Learning day trading. Learning day trading, whether you're doing it with crypto, forex, learning from scratch, cryptocurrency, the strategies, rules, very, very challenging. It is more difficult, I believe, than swing trading. And so there's nuances that are unique to day trading that one of them I want to share with you today. And that is when to stay out of the market. This is a defensive strategy that if you don't employ this, you can lose a lot of money. So what we got here is we've got the dome on the left side and we've got a chart on the right side. And the thing that I want to point out is if you look at the dome on the left side, you'll see the current price in highlighted in yellow there, and it's flickering up and down and up and down and up and down and all over the place. All right, this is what we call a fast market condition. I don't trade during fast market conditions. So let's say that you wanted to enter right in around here somewhere and oh, gone. Where'd it go? Okay. So you see how fast that went? That spot where I put the arrow, and now look, it's just diving down. And so it's so hard to, and now it's diving up. So it went all the way from the bottom of the dome all the way off to the top of the dome. Now it's gone. And you have to go up here and click the C button that centers the price. Now, if I try to execute it here, oh, it's already gone way up there. So I would have missed the entry. Or if I placed a market order, then it would have gotten filled way far away from where I wanted to. So if you place a limit order, then you don't get filled. If you placed a market order, then you get filled way far away from where you actually wanted to get executed. Well, that's kind of a play on words there now that I think of it, where you wanted to get the trade in, and therefore you do get executed because you're not getting the price that you want. Now the market's off the bottom again. We got to center it again. Now it's off the bottom again. Got to center it again. So let's try to execute here. Oh, wait, now it's going down. Up, gone. You see how fast that moves? So we center it again so we can see where it is. So there's 5 things here that are problems, and they're big, huge, huge problems. So number 1, the market's moving so fast that what tends to happen is you get a big spread just between the bid and the ask. So we're going to get slippage. Number 2, where you get filled, I've already referenced that. Slippage. You say, okay, I'm going to enter here at this exact price, but you don't get filled at that price. Wherever you click on it, oh, you get filled maybe 10, 20 ticks away. Well, think of what that means in the terms of your risk-reward ratio. So for me, I like to in fact, I insist, I insist on having very precise entries. When I get in at a price, I'm going to take that price or nothing. That's right. I either going to get the price I want or I'm not going to take the trade. So I'm using limit orders to get in, first of all, to ensure that. And in this kind of condition, it's very hard to get your limit order in. And even when you do, the market's moving so fast that then you could get stopped out. So that's first. Market order is total disaster, as I said. All right, number 3, human reaction time slippage. So just the fact that, trying to catch this where it's yellow highlighted, you're moving your mouse up and down, trying to catch that thing. Look at that. It's flipping all over the place. Can you really click on that fast enough? So this takes a very special human being to be able to do it, more special than me. I'm not able to do it, I'll tell you, and I really don't know if anybody could really do it. So the human reaction time is another problem here. It's another level of potential error. Here's another huge one. Stops can get taken out without the trend changing. So without the trend direction changing. So you could get a good entry, or you get your entry that you want, let's say, but you see how it's flying up and down and up and down and up and down so much that even without the trend changing, it could go swooping down, the price could go swooping down, and then go swooping back up again, and you get your stop taken out, but then it goes in the direction of your original trade because there's so much volatility. By the way, this is a good place to mention volatility. A lot of people say, oh, I want to trade a highly volatile market because they make big moves. Yeah, they make big moves, but this particular type of volatility is not where there's so much action happening every millisecond, every split within a second. And there it goes again off the top of the range. Got to recenter. So getting your stops taken out is another one. And then now here's the fifth and final little tip here. Maybe I'll come up with something else, but these are the five that I wrote down to talk about today. Again, we call this a fast market condition. Now, fast market condition, you can't always tell by just looking at the chart. So that's why I've got the chart here. If you look at the chart, it's a pretty fast chart, 400 tick chart. And actually, it's moving pretty fast right now, but it doesn't look that crazy, right? It doesn't look really that particularly crazy. So, but you can tell the fast market condition better by looking at the dome over on the left. That's where you can look at that. Boom, just jumps up and down and flying up and down and all over the place. And it's much easier to see that visually than it is on the chart. And so whether you choose to trade with the dome, whether you execute your trades using the dome or not, still a good idea to have the dome up just to be able to visualize whether we're in a fast market condition or not. Now, what do we do when we're in a fast market condition? That's our final question. Okay, so how do we apply this knowledge? It's very, very simple. During fast market conditions like this, I just do not trade. No way will I trade. I just wait until the market calms down, because the market, boy, it's already got so many advantages, right? We come at it with a disadvantage where we're trading against smart money, we're trading against algos and quants and dark pools and high frequency traders. So for us as retail traders, we have a lot of disadvantages. And so I'm not going to allow the market to give me any more disadvantages than I already have, just by the nature of being in the market. So I'm not going, when there's times like this, during a fast market condition, where the odds are now even worse, stacked against me, just getting a decent fill, getting my stops run, bid-ask spreads, reaction time, all of these things are against me. Why would I trade? Why would I go into a market knowingly seeing that I have an extra disadvantage now? So best thing to do, just not trade. Wait for the market to calm down. Normally, these kind of market conditions happen during some sort of news event or rumor or gossip. There's usually some sort of a catalyst, and then the market it moves like this. So I just won't trade. I'll just wait for the markets to calm down, where the dome there, it slows down, and I'm able to get the exact price that I, literally to the penny, to the pip, to the tick. That's the only time I will take a trade. I insist the market gives me the price that I want, and the tool that I use for that is my cycle indicator, which I give to my viewers for free. So if you're interested in that, go to indicatorwebinar.com, where I will give you that indicator. Actually, it's a modification of a common indicator already on your charts, but I modify the indicator, and then there's certain patterns I trade on it to find those precise, accurate entries to the penny, pip, or tick. And I teach you all of that in a little recorded webinar. It's about 45 minutes long, so you can watch it whenever's convenient for you. So if you like this kind of content, you want to get more of it, get notified when I come out with new content, please subscribe to the channel. And also feel free to type into the comments any comments or additions or extra information you have that you'd like to share with the community, or any questions that you have.